Hey, how's everybody doing today? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. The Body Beatdown here, Michael, on this amazing Thursday morning. We are looking at 10:42 in the AM. Oh, let me get my RPMs going. So today, I just thought, why not set up everything and do a little live stream of my 15-minute spin. You never know what we might talk about. Probably nothing important whatsoever. But someone in the comments might pop in and get things rolling. Who knows? So, yesterday I did chest and deadlifts, and needless to say, it was kind of it wasn't the best workout, but it wasn't horrible, I guess, but it wasn't the best. And I wasn't happy kind of at the end of things, and after supper last night, it was getting close to about 7 p.m. I just got restless, and I said, you know what, I'm going for my bench again. I'm going to do my bench, and I don't care if my shoulder rips apart and my arm falls off. But let's just say that didn't go well either. So I got the 365, and I did that for one very painful, slow, horrible rep, and I called it a day. I didn't go for my 405. I shouldn't have even done it anyway, but like I said, trying to stop yourself from doing these things is not easy. And but I mean, I did stop myself from trying to do the 405. At least I stopped at 365. So it's just going to take time to get those urges out of my brain. And anyway, so once in a while, I'll have somebody comment on my video. You know, if they hear me talking about my shoulders, it's like they think this kind of just happened, but I've been dealing with shoulder problems since the early 2000s. And by early 2000s, I don't mean 2019. I mean like 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there, 6. Earlier than that. Not 6. 2001, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, somewhere in there. I hurt both my shoulders. So it's just an ongoing thing. And the fact that I've even got to work out at all these past five years and some change is amazing. And I'm happy. It's just I have to be happy with change. So anyway, so I don't look at a lot of videos. I'm very picky of what I look at online on whatever social media platform I'm on, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is I'm looking at. But I just so happened to scroll past a thumbnail on YouTube, maybe yesterday, I think, maybe early yesterday, I don't remember. And I don't know if any of you follow like powerlifting and stuff like that, but and I don't know her name, but it's a really big black chick, and she's probably 400 pounds. She's a big girl and super strong, crazy strong. She's strong compared to any male. And anyway, she was doing a competition, I guess her latest competition that she did, and she bested her bench press, she bested her squat, but then they called her deadlifts all no good. I don't know the terminology. There's lights, green, red, white, whatever, I don't know. But they didn't pass her on any of her deadlifts. And of course, someone in the comments made the comment of something about him being racist or something like that. And, I said, don't pull a race card with everything like that. I don't know where the racism is, but I do know where the stupidity is. That woman deadlifted, perfect form, locked out, everything. And if she didn't complete her deadlift to get a thumbs up, then none of us have. I've never seen a good deadlift, and I've never done a good deadlift, because if hers weren't passing, then none of us have passed. So, but I believe, and I didn't look much into the comments because I don't like going back into the comments and ending up debating or arguing or stuff. You know how that happens. But I think one of the judges or one of the spotters or something like that might have done something wrong or incorrect or corrupt or something along those lines. And that's apparent. That's obvious, because she for sure made that lift, and I felt bad for her. She is a strong woman, man. Big old girl, but she's strong, and man, she moves a lot of weight. But I feel bad for her, and I guess anybody that watches this, you could chime in if you have an opinion on it, or if you've seen it, or maybe if you want to go watch it. I don't know how you'd look it up because I don't know her name, but some of you might. Tamara? Oh. No, today. Oh my gosh. Sorry. So that's her name, Tamara? If that's right, I'm not exactly sure, but I'll trust you. I think I can go and kind of look on my comment notifications and go back to it. Yeah, there it is. Comments on... No. Her name is Sanita Malua or Malaha. Sonita is her first name. And her last name is Muluh. So Sanita and Muluh is her last name. But yeah. But anyway, I did comment after I made that, not everything's a race thing. I did comment that she was 100% robbed. I mean, crazy. Crazy. I can't believe they did that to her. All that hard work that these people do to get there and do all that. They ought to be ashamed. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, go check her out, Jody. Hope you're doing good. Walker's weight training. We're gonna have to have a name for you. How about Walker? Mr. Walker. So, just kind of talking about me being stupid and coming back in here and trying to bench press again later last night after I already worked out, and how that failed. Then we were talking about the lady that I mentioned just now, about her getting screwed out of those lifts. The shoulder? Feels like my shoulder. Feels like doodly doo. And they need to move that little heart emoji, that little heart thing that you can hit. They need to move that out of the way, because that's over top of your comment. I don't know why they put stuff in weird places. So I technically can't see the very last of your comment here because there's a big heart over the top of it. I hate that. But, yeah, so school starts back Monday. I'm going to try and enjoy the last couple days of freedom I got. Oh, you heard about that on Greg's channel? Okay. Yeah, that was not right. That woman, she got all them lifts. She should have walked away a winner. Winner chicken dinner. Yeah, those wonderful kids. You know, some days we get lucky and they're good. And then other days we're not so lucky and it's just constant. Constant. Hello, Christopher. How you doing on this happy Thursday? So we started out talking, Christopher, about my stupidity coming in here and trying to bench press again last night after I'd already done my workout and then ate supper and then thought I was going to do the 405-pound lift bench press. It didn't go so well. I stopped before I got there. Then we started talking about the young lady who did the powerlifting and they didn't count her deadlifts as good, and so she didn't get her 3 bests, or she didn't win, or whatever it was. I don't remember. And she was robbed. She got her lift. And now we're just chit-chatting about school starting back and all that good stuff. It's been an odd week for many. Well, I don't know, but I know I've had a stressful summer between my oldest boy and his near death and my youngest boy and him not being so happy with this whole house merger that we've done, and then having a house guest come in that's my youngest son's friend. She stayed for a couple days or so, and then my niece came in and stayed for a couple days or so and brought her giant miniature horse-sized dog along with her, and it destroyed the house and nobody cared, and lots of stress that my wife and I have had to go through. And so, not fun. You look leaner. It's got to be the camera. It's way away from me. Although, oddly enough, whenever I was bench pressing yesterday, it did seem like my stomach wasn't popping out quite as much. I did notice that. But I don't know if I'm leaner or if it was just maybe the gas was down or something. Yeah, Christopher, this has been the most stressful, worst summer ever. So I maybe getting back to work will be even better. I don't know. But anyway, I just want to make sure everybody knows one another in here. We got Jody and Walker's weight train, whatever. We're going to call him Walker. And we got Christopher off in here. And all of you seem like decent people. I don't know you personally. I just know you on here. And on here, you're always super nice to me. And that's what matters. So if you guys have channels that you have content on or something, which I know Christopher don't really, you can link it off in there if you want. And I'm all good with it. So, my whopping 15 minutes are up, but that don't mean we got to be completely done. we can sit here and chillax a little bit, and I can keep going. Just for a few minutes, maybe. So I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Hope everybody's getting to do a little something, a little extra outside of your normal work, and have some fun in life, and maybe get some health and fitness going on, and other hobbies and other things you enjoy. I hope you're getting to do something. It's important to do a little extra, and then do a little something else, and then do a little something else extra on top of that. Whew. Oh man. So I like what I've done here with my spinning. Again, for years I was spinning for 30 minutes at a time, but I recently knocked it down to 15 minutes and made it to where it's 15 minutes, but I make sure my RPMs stay above 40 RPMs, which I used to do that anyway, but then I kind of got lazy and I didn't care if it was between 30 and 40 RPMs. So, but since I knocked it down to 15 minutes, I make sure that I'm always at least 40 RPMs. So just for a little reference, of course I've cycled a lot of years, and I know my distance and all that I would go. But basically on my bike, when I'm really outside cycling, I'm not really going for speed or anything, but I stay consistent. I'm constantly going. So usually my rides would be my normal rides, we'll say a normal everyday ride, would be an hour long. And within that hour's time, I would go 12 miles. So pretty much basically, if I was doing 30 minutes on this, I was going like 6 miles. And now that I'm going 15 minutes, well, I'm going, you can do the math. I don't know how far. 3.5. 3 miles? Something like that, but I think it's further. I just feel like it's further because my RPMs are consistent. So, whoop. Well, I'm trying, I've kind of slowed down a little bit. I can tell I've slowed down, like, my enthusiasm with a lot of things, and my tolerance for a lot of things. Like I've said, even going outside now in the spring and summer with the heat and humidity, and kind of wussing out, being a baby. I'm not doing as much as I used to, just maybe a year ago, even maybe 2 years. But I'm still going, still doing something. And like I mentioned before, my channel is nothing amazing, and especially when you stop going for big numbers, you tend to lose a lot of people's attention. Or if your video is over 12 seconds, you lose attention. But for those of you that have stuck around for any amount of time, I appreciate it. I know there's a lot more interesting things you could be doing or watching. So, I didn't feel like cooking this morning, cooking breakfast. So I had a bowl of my wife's chili she made last night. Oh my God. I know better than that. It just kind of sits. Boom. Right there. Yeah, Walker. Kind of, I'll go ahead and stop spinning here for a second. Since I'm done anyway. But, what a lot of you don't know is, you mentioned hair here, but, funny thing is I was diagnosed, with alopecia a few years ago. And, of course, alopecia is basically your immune system starts fighting your hair follicles, pretty much, and it kind of sees them as a threat. And so you start losing hair. And some people never grow it back, and some people grow it back and it falls out again, or it grows back weird, or grows back this, or it just, grows out and falls out and rinse and repeat, or what have you. So, eventually, mine went back to normal, but when it started, the very first thing I noticed was I was shaving up my head, and then later I noticed I had a little mark over here on the side of my head, like maybe somehow my razor went too deep, but how could it go too deep? Because I have the, the guides on it. I was like, I don't know how that happened. Got a little nick right there. But that's where it started, was my alopecia started right here, and it just kind of, my hair would kind of go. Now, I never lost hair to the point where I was like squeaky bald or anything, but I was kind of really light peach fuzz, I guess you could say. And then my hair would kind of grow like this. I'd kind of let it grow as much I can like this, and it would almost look like the globe, like the Earth if you were out in space, where it's kind of patchy looking, dark spots and light spots and kind of some weird stuff going on. And eventually it worked itself out, and for a long time now I'm back to my normal self. But for a while my hair was just kind of weird feeling, kind of real light colored and dark colored, and had kind of more of a lighter texture or feel to it, and it was kind of a weird phase to go through. And it didn't really bother me. I know a lot of guys look at hair as just like, oh my God, the epitome of their malehood almost, maybe alongside other things. But I don't know, it didn't really bother me that much, because I always, for the most part, kept my hair shaved, buzzed down anyway, so it really wasn't a big deal. But I remember one time I was in Walmart looking at games or something like that, movies, games, or whatever, and some random lady walked up to me and asked me, do you mind if I ask you about your hair or whatever? Something. I have a son that has, I think, the same condition or what have you, and she's like, what advice could you tell me to tell him? And I told her, just, well, actually, I don't remember exactly what I told her. Like I said, it's been a few years, but I was just like, tell him not to worry about it, that everything's okay, and that he'll get used to it, and don't let people bother him when they say stuff, because people like to say things, and sometimes people don't understand things, and we tend to ask questions, or just take it day by day, and don't worry about it, because there's there's a lot more in life to worry about, and and a lot more in life to enjoy. So it was something roughly along those lines, just kind of a quick little advice, or encouragement kind of thing that I gave her to tell him. So yeah, it was kind of a weird phase, but and I see y'all's comments, I appreciate it. But what I'm wondering is, I was put on some medication for depression, and it was just shortly after that is when it started happening. So I was wondering if, hey, maybe this medication is screwing with me or something. And eventually I just took myself off the medication because I didn't really feel like it was doing much of anything. And then I believe it was just after that my hair started going back to normal. So I'm almost thinking maybe it was the medication. So now, of course, my hair could fall out today. I have no idea. It could all just come back. But again, I just shave it down and not care. So, but I am thankful that I have hair. A lot of guys my age and way younger don't even have hair. My older brother's 10 years older than me, and by the time he was getting out of high school, he was already thinning. And in his 20s, he was already had the kind of the Hulk Hogan kind of stuff going on. And so yeah, anyway, so my brother lost his hair early on, and he learned to live with it. At first it bothered him, of course, like it does probably most guys, especially that young, in your 20s. And so he got one of those, like, I guess toupees or fake things that you kind of stick on, and it kind of goes, I don't know if it weaved into his hair or not, but I know he could lift it up and scratch under it, because he did one time and made my sister about pee herself laughing. But I mean, it looked good. It looked natural. It looked like his own hair. I mean, it looked great to me, and he could even swim in it, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, so we got to learn to let things like that kind of not bother us too much, and remember that there's a lot more out there that's way, way worse. We got people dying of cancer every day from birth to 100 years old, and suffering and sick, and people being born all deformed and crazy deformities. You've seen them online, and a lot of those people are like foreign, like in foreign countries. But hey, thanks for the hearts. I need that. But we need to be thankful for everything, and we're not all going to be quote unquote perfect, and we just deal with it and accept what we got. Not much we can do. Except get up, get out, get ready, and do it to it. That's all we can do. So anyway, guys, Michael loses hair. That's right, Christopher. I lost my hair. But it's back for now. It's back. I don't remember if I was losing it on my face or not. I don't think I was. I don't remember. But you can literally lose it through your entire body. But I think mine was just on my head. If I'm not mistaken. I don't remember everything, but I think it was mostly just on my head. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to bore anyone any longer. I got my spin done. Of course, today I'm kind of taking off, but I may do something, maybe heavy bag or do something, and get a little bit of something done. So I appreciate everybody being here and sticking with me, and I know it's just a stupid YouTube channel, and I'm just one of the stupid billions of people out here doing this, but it does mean a lot to me. I've been doing this for a lot of years, and anytime I can get anyone even remotely interested to give me a minute, I feel grateful and happy. So I do appreciate you guys. You're always in here, and a couple of other people are always popping in, if not on my live streams, on my other videos and stuff, and I appreciate everybody. I really do. So I'm gonna go and find something to do, and maybe play a game or something. Or I don't know what I'll do. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, I know you are, but maybe like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff to the Body Beatdown. That's me, Michael, your incredible host of this awesome channel with some amazing people in it that I appreciate. And don't forget, guys, don't flip and forget. Get up, get out, get rad, do it to it, and we'll see you next time on the Body Beatdown. See y'all later. Appreciate it, everybody. Have a good day. Now I'm going to randomly and awkwardly kind of get off the bike, and I got to stop the live stream. Don't watch this part.
Get up, get out, get rad, and do it to it!